So I just watched Tenet for the first time. I know I'm a few years late, but the movie was so confusing for me to wrap my head around. I know I'm not supposed to actually understand how the movie works.
Don't try to understand it. Feel it.
But that gave me the idea of making a puzzle game around this confusing concept, so that I can finally understand how inversion works. But how do I go about making a game around this time inversion shenanigans? Well, I started very simple with just a red square. I tracked the position of the square like every 0.1 seconds. I hope this doesn't crash my computer. Hold on, let me check how many items I can have in a list. Okay, I should be good. Tracking the player's position is important so that later I can reverse this position. You starting to get it yet? Okay, now to actually make things inverse, we have these circular turnstiles, just like in the movie, where when you enter one way, you come out the other and your past self gets reversed. What's cool about this is that once you exit as the blue square, it starts tracking the blue square's position, and if you enter the turnstile again, you'll pop out as a red square again. Now, I know this isn't exactly how the movie worked. Theoretically, the blue square should start pre-spawn and predict what the player is going to do in reverse, but that's not really possible. So in my game, the blue square will only exist once the player first teleports through the turnstile. Now that we have the mechanics done, let's make a simple level. A door and a button. Good old Portal mechanics. Now with inversion, I can control the red player to press the button and then go through the teleporter and wait for my reversed red square to re-press the button so that I can go through the sliding door as the blue square. Let's put levels on a pause for now and talk about music. In Tenet, the music does a lot for the movie. Specifically, when the protagonist is reversing in his timeline, the music sounds like it's playing in reverse. So I wanted to do the same thing in my game. I whipped up a soundtrack in FL Studio inspired by Tenet's soundtrack. And then put it in my editing software and exported it in reverse. So now when I enter a turnstile as a red square, the logic in my script works by it gets how long the soundtrack has played and then starts the reverse soundtrack that many seconds from the end of the reversed clip so that it lines up perfectly. I don't know, I thought that was pretty neat, but back to level design again. As you can see, I've added some post-processing to make it feel like you're trapped inside a TV screen. I think it fits the futuristic Tenet vibe really well. Also, the door designs I changed out for some simpler ones. I tried to be fancy with the previous door design, but it just looked like shit. I'm not going to spoil how to beat all the levels, but I'll tell you some of the mechanics I added. There's boxes, buttons that can only be pressed by certain squares, and lava doors. With that little amount of mechanics, the game is still extremely confusing to understand and complete. I mean, just watch how you're supposed to complete this level. Spoiler warning, by the way. You have to press this button, release it, go through the turnstile, wait for the red to re-press the button, then you press the button as the blue square, then go back through the turnstile, then dodge yourself so you don't die from the collision, just like how the movie says, and push the box through the door and make it back before the door closes on you, then press the button and release it and go back through the turnstile again, and then wait for the lava to open, and finally you did it. So I challenge all of y'all to beat this game. If you're interested, check out the link in the description to the game and then let me know in the comments how it was. I had a lot of fun making this game and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. See you!